Well, folks, what is happening? Welcome to Mentality Monsters, and today's episode is proudly sponsored by our Kings, and we'll hear more about them later on. So today's guest is Emma Mckee, who is a personal trainer and a coach. Cheers for coming on, Emma.
Thank you very much for having me.
This is your first podcast. So we'll actually just talk about that there as well, and like to build up to even just doing this year. Like, see, for you, was there a challenge in doing this year?
There was. It's something I've never done before, but it was like a pinch me moment as well. Being like, people actually want to hear what I have to say, so that's good.
Well, here your content and stuff like that there, and your following has grown an awful lot within the last few years. Yeah. So like some of your content, like that video I shared yesterday on the R story was class, and your interactions and views and stuff is like it's grown and grown and grown. So hopefully it just continues like that way as well. Your trajectory is in a very good place at the minute.
Yeah, it is indeed. Thank you.
And we've actually always, because we've wanted to get someone in the fitness industry, you're the first ever PT we have got on. So it's good for us as well, because I'm doing my PTing course now, so it'll be good to hear just the realities and stuff like that there. It's fucking pain in the arse. I'm doing it through...
It's probably all different from I've done it. Like, I done mine, 13 years ago or something like that?
Fuck. I'm doing mine through uni learning.
Oh, is it? Is that online? Or?
All online, and it's good, but I prefer to have the practical. Like, I've seen that ECA, they do it in the practical and stuff like that.
That's very good, yeah. Mine was all practical. Like.
Where did you do yours?
I've done mine Belfast Met.
Way
back then, yeah.
Back in the day.
Now you can do them in a week and all.
That's mad. Like I actually done it in Belfast, Met, with, do you know Paul O'Toole is PO?
Yes, yes.
So I done that there. Me and Jerry out there, we done it 10 years ago. Yeah. But then I ended up getting a job in JD, and you know yourself, when you're 18 and you're getting a full-time wage.
Did you not finish it then?
Nah, fuck. So I left in the January, February part. Or time of year, and I was going to myself, fuck here, full-time wage, you're just 18.
That's it.
Out partying, you're just like, fuck it here. I'll throw it away.
It's easier to do that, yeah.
It's 100%. So Emma, we'll start off at the very, very start, as we do with these. So if you can just bring us back to when you were a young person and what you were like growing up and where you're from and your family background and stuff like that.
Yeah, so I'm from a wee village called Laganeel, Sheepshagger.
Sheepshagger? You and Marty Rayleigh?
Marty Rayleigh's one of my best mates. He'll be loving this here, we shout out.
What a guy.
Yeah, what a guy indeed. But yeah, so Laganeel was a lovely place for me growing up. You would have never seen me like in the house on PlayStations or watching TV. Like, I was just out in the trees, climbing trees, fucking...
In the trenches?
In the trenches out there? Rapid Door Runaway, that was me. Laganeel was lovely growing up.
Marty Rayleigh is definitely one of the best characters in North Belfast.
Yes.
But where do you rank Marty Rayleigh in terms of the best fighters of Laganeel?
Jesus Christ. After Connor Burns, he's second.
Are you second? Now Hawkins up there as well?
Oh, must be.
But did you ever see for Laganeel as well? It seems to be like everyone from Ardoyne is moving up to that new.
I know.
They got new estate.
That's why I moved out.
Everyone is up there now.
I know.
Are you still up in Laganeel now?
No. I live in the old park now, so I do. I know.
I don't know if that's
I know.
Like an upgrade or downgrade.
Do you know what? But the house is a weapon. Like, I landed on my feet with it.
Unreal.
Really, really good for me and Max. Massive gardens and all, especially for the dog and stuff. So.
And where are you PTing out of as well?
So it used to be called Academy 1. Yeah. I was there for I'm still there now. Probably about fucking 10, 11 years now. But it's called Atlas Gym now.
Atlas Gym.
So I'm still
is that there? Is it Conway Mill?
Conway Mill, yeah. And I'll never see that gym. I'll never leave it, because you walk in and there's just. Like, it's daylight everywhere. It's not like a dungeon, do you know what I mean? It's so nice.
I hear, the windows are big. It's got the big ceilings and stuff like that there as well.
Really, really good, yeah.
See, when you were younger, because obviously, I don't know, if you did you grow up wanting to be a PT, or what did you grow up wanting to be?
I knew I always wanted to do something, to do with fitness. Like, I was always into sport. I can remember even my coursework in 5th year being about the fitness industry, right? No, you had to pick something. I just picked it. I didn't know that I even wanted to be a PT then, but when I think back, I obviously planted the seed, because I would have been talking about what I was going to charge clients and stuff like that. But I
was PTing much of a thing?
Wasn't even really, no. Wasn't, but I knew my job was going to be something along those lines. And then obviously you go into we didn't have any sports in our school because it was a girls' school, right?
Where'd you go?
So we went up to Hightown, Edwin Rice.
Yeah.
The girls went up there 3 times a week to do their sports studies, and then back down. Yeah. So, I done that, and then I actually after the A levels, you're kind of pushed into doing your degree. I went and done a degree, but it was in physical education. I was I wanted to do a PE teacher. I wanted to be a PE teacher then, but somehow I fell back into personal training. I done my level 3. in my final year of uni and ended up doing that
Unreal.
instead. It's like I quickly learned that I didn't want to work for somebody. You know, that
be your
teacher
own
vibe and
boss.
all, like
Yeah.
any teacher I spoke to, like hated their life. Do you know what I mean?
Do you think you would have bothered a kid?
Well, do you know what? I probably have patience of a saint, like I do,
But some kids can be like kids are ruthless as well. Like
I know. Here,
the
I know
kids
that
are
too well.
ruthless.
See, even like my Max going to school now, like I see such a difference in him. Even though he's only P1, he's a cheeky wee.
Is it?
Swear to God. And
And
I'm going.
it's only going to get worse.
It's only going to hear. Once when he's a teenager, like I'd be like, can't deal with this.
See, when you were growing up in North Belfast, because North Belfast has like, especially up in Leganeel, the dam and stuff like that there.
Yeah.
Was there much distractions for yourself, or were you always kind of savvy, head down into it?
Well, if you call distractions it being cool to drink when you're 14, 15, and I
You were distracted.
was distracted by that, yeah.
The
but,
dam, was it?
No, it was the Boodles Dam one. How we
Yeah.
would have drank up in. But yeah, I definitely did drink from a young age. But I don't think it ever did, like, really. It didn't affect me then.
Yeah.
But no, I'm like,
You're younger.
yeah.
That's what it is
for-
now.
with
If you
me,
drink,
like, I was kind of protective from a lot. Like, the only thing with me as well, like, I went to Our Lady of Mercy, which was in, like, you know, like the Protestant school.
Yeah.
Like, what would you call that? Like a distraction, like North Belfast and like sectarianism, whatever. Like, me walking down there in the morning. We weren't allowed a bus on. They wouldn't put a bus on for us because it used to get hijacked and stuff.
that's mad.
So we had to walk down. Like, I had to walk down from first year, from Leganeel down to Ballysillan every morning. And there was mornings where you were going walking by yourself, and you're a
Yeah.
wee girl, and it was the times where, like, you were a wee bit scared. Like,
Yeah.
so
At least you're getting the steps in
yeah, getting the
Oh,
steps in, that's
mate.
it from the start.
from the very start. So see, when you were younger, who did you look up to as a young person, or did you have any influences or role models?
See, to be honest, I never ever had. I never went, I want to be her, or I want, like, I never had an idol.
Yeah.
I always kind of felt like her. So that's
Yeah,
I felt
no,
like that
yeah.
girl. But in terms of like work ethic, ambition, like my daddy has always he's always been passionate about his job. He's always given 100%. Like, so definitely that side of me, the ambitious
Yeah.
side of me, comes from him.
See, not to jump, I'm too far ahead, but I know that you do have a really good following on social media, and you do like reach a lot of young women. Do you ever get any mails from young women, just saying that your content or the stuff that you're putting out, or just your mindset, because you do a lot of stuff around mental health and being comfortable in your own body and not being ashamed of your body?
Yeah.
Do you get much like messages about
I
that?
get so many. Like, the people say like they've changed their life, which is kind of hard for me to believe. But whenever I started putting like, the reason why I started speaking was because it was first of all about the eating disorder. But that's what I
Yeah.
wanted to teach girls about. Like, you're enough as you are, stuff like that. Like, people have said like I've helped change their lives, and it's not even just girls. Like, men have reached out saying you don't know how much that you're helping. So I know, like, the whole eating disorder thing, it's not just women going through it, it's men too.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's loads, and people would stop me in the street and I'll go and keep doing what you're doing. And all.
Unreal.
Um,
Do you ever feel, because you hear of that thing, imposter syndrome, where people feel like they're just like, why me, or like what am I doing that's so special? Do you ever feel like that?
all the fucking time, like all the time. See, even like you asking me to come on here, I'm like going. One part of me is like, yeah, you deserve us. And the other part's like going, who are you? Why?
Yeah.
Like, why are you going on that? You're not good enough. It's mental. And like, you have battle with yourself every
Yeah.
day, though. That's why I will not go a day without in the morning reaffirming, writing down who I am, like, just to get that back into my head again, because it's fair. Your mind can take you off.
100%.
Jesus, you wake up and you're like, I'm fucking nothing. I'm blah blah. I write down every morning, reaffirm who I am, what I'm doing. Just makes me believe.
Would
it more.
you be in the spirituality and manifestation
Big
yourself?
time lately? Like, oh Jesus, like, I never really had that much faith before, but now, like, the kind of faith has fucking taken over my life. Like, I never really believed in God. Not that I didn't believe it, I just didn't understand
maybe?
it.
Yeah.
But now it's like, it's everything to me now. It's so
Unreal.
it's so powerful.
Can you bring me through just your daily day? So like a daily day for you, like what you're getting up and your routine and
Yeah.
what that
So
consists of.
them days look different, like, to me. So you can have good days and you have bad days. So, but I try and show on social media as well. Like, I try and show the realness of it as well.
Yeah.
But so if I wake up in the morning, first thing I'll do, I'll go down, let the dog out while he's out, and I'll go up and I'll put the meditation back on in bed. So before I'm dealing with Max or anything, I'm already in a kind of calmer state. The reason why I started doing this was because mornings were getting hectic. I was shouting at him, he was shouting at me. Do you know what I mean? It was just, I wasn't coming from a place of calmness.
Yeah.
So I started doing that, and then I'll go straight into the office. I'll write down the affirmations. I'll say what I'm grateful for. I'll thank God. I'll pray. And then it's coffee time, and then I can deal with the day. I get Max ready for school. I'll go to work. I'll do check-ins. I'll train, walk the
Do
dog.
you look at your phone before you do the likes of your affirmations or anything like that?
No.
Never?
No, I put the meditation on my phone and set it down, right? But like sometimes if I do, I'll catch myself on with it, but no, because like then it's won you. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you lift your phone, you look at social media, like it's almost that instant thing. You're like,
Yeah.
do you know what I mean?
100%.
You're not ready to deal with it, like.
You hear a lot of people saying that there, that like that's like as soon as you said that there, like I want to ask you straight away, do you look at your phone? Just because you hear it's a common thing with a lot of successful people and people with strong mindsets that they don't look at their phone because you can be influenced in a lot of ways and your train of thought can be changed. But that's a great way, and I think a lot of people nowadays are actually becoming more faith based. They're actually starting to get a better understanding for it as well, which is unbelievable.
They're evolving,
to see.
aren't they? Like
They
it's
are,
amazing.
like-
It's even like some of the people in Belfast. You're looking around you and you're like, "This is class."
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? Isn't it?
Like we had Jed on there. His episode's actually out this Thursday, but we had Jed on, and probably like 12 months ago or 18 months ago, we used to see all the videos of him partying and stuff like that there, and I used to watch him just go, he fucking loves it.
Yeah.
And then now he's like, because he's a Christian and stuff now, it's great to see.
Yeah, it's life
I
changing
love that
stuff,
there.
isn't it?
What would be the biggest lesson that you learnt as a young person that you think has shaped the trajectory of your life, or is something that you still would use today?
I think I learned that from a very young age that no one's coming to save you. Like no one's coming to solve your problems for you. You have to work that shit out on your own. And I learned like to be very self-reliant. Set higher standards for yourself. Like it's like whatever's coming into your life, be it bad or good, it's what you've created. Do you know what I mean? So
Unreal. No, and that's good as well. Most of see most times on this podcast we do have loads of people in, and you kind of get sidetracked with stuff. But see, like just in terms of doing this here with yourself, is the same with Rembrandt. See, just the mentality. You can tell you've got a very strong mentality and a very strong character and work ethic and stuff like that there. And I think that's a testament to yourself. Like you've built yourself into like a good person nowadays. So I'm fair play, and especially coming on here on your first podcast, it's unreal.
Yeah.
So we'll move on just in terms of like you as a young adult and going out to the big world and how you kind of adjusted to that, because there's like a lot of pressures and stuff to that. So how did you transition from going from uni into like full-time work or the pressures of life?
Yeah. I was always kind of quite independent. So I was working when I was 15 in the Chester bar for $3.50 an hour. So like I just haven't stopped grafting since then.
Hustler?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, so like it's never really, it's like bills and all. Like I always had like wee side earners and stuff like that. It was never really a thing. One thing I will say, which I still do struggle with, is like learning how to adult stuff like applying to the law, like do you know, like car stuff and all, and filling in letters, tax, stuff like that. I really did struggle with like learning how to do that, and I still do now. I still don't have a fucking clue, like, because you weren't really taught it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, who teaches you this stuff? You're just supposed to like develop it on your own.
Do you think it should be in the syllabus in school?
Of course, yeah, but they don't really want to teach you anything that's gonna.
You're gonna go out and do your own thing.
You're not taught to go and be an entrepreneur and like work for yourself. You're taught to go and do a 9 to 5 or you know what I mean?
100%. Like it's just the system that it's the way the system kind of keeps you in. And you're just told to go and put yourself in the like sounding like the Tates here, but you go into like a 9 to 5, go get yourself in a load of debt, go and do a degree. I see a lot of the successful people that I actually know that didn't go to uni.
I know.
I
regret it. Like I could have just that. No regrets actually. No regrets because it was physical education. It was PE. It was good, but I didn't. I knew that I kind of wanted to be a PT, but when I finished my A levels, you're almost pushed like, right, what you're going and start like seeing other universities. What one are you going to? What are you doing? Like if I had just sat with my own thoughts and went, right, I want to be a PT, I'll just do that. Yeah. Instead of like 23 grand debt, whatever. I don't even think I've paid it off or I don't know what way it works. Like, do you know what I mean? You're just giving all these grants, you're giving all these student loans. You have no idea. You have to pay it all back. Like,
especially for students as well. Like you're skint and most of the students are
rich
partying. Out of the holy lands.
Then they get you in a job paying tax. They know that you're working, and then they'll take the money back off you. Like
There's a lad in my one that like in my work that he got a student loan, but see because he's working down south, doesn't have to pay it. It's
Yeah.
class. Like
Serious?
he's playing the game.
I don't know what's going on with mine. Like, whether
He
having
is
it.
playing the game. What do you think about the mentality in Belfast? Do you think, like, even just the mentality in the north itself, like, do you think it's a mentality that people like to see you do well, or do you think people don't like to see you do well?
I think there's two ends of it. Like, I think there's some people that are like they're in that higher frequency, and they'll like, because there's people that I've met, especially from joining this mentorship, who are on a different level. Like, they really want to big you up. They really want you to do well. But then if there's other people there that in Belfast that are keeping it narrow minded, that are keeping it small minded, jealousy. I've noticed a lot lately of like other even PTs slagging other PTs and what they're doing. And I'm just like, you could put all that energy into making yourself better. Like, you're not going to make your business better by putting out someone else's. You know what I mean? But yeah, I think there's still a lot of small mind going on. But it's just like probably down to having experienced enough in life.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? Go traveling really opened my eyes. Like, when I went to Australia, it just really like made me see life differently. Like, it's not like a wee bubble.
See, the mentorship, is that with your man Tony?
Yes.
Yeah, what's that like? Because I think we've all seen the video of your man, the kind of saying his experience of it, and then Tony brought out the video and showed photographs and screenshots of his side of it and stuff like that. There, what is it like? Like, see for yourself. What's the experience been
Me
like?
personally, Tony is he's amazing. Like, do you know what I mean? It's been life changing for me going on to that mentorship. And I think you're signing up for something, like, so you've signed up, you've committed to that for 12 months. Do you know what I mean? So if you can't get out of it, if you want to get out of it, you're just not putting the work in my opinion. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, the people that I've met on that mentorship, like, I haven't really been surrounded by people like them before. So it's really, you're in a room, like, you go to these, like, they do like wee intense weekends and stuff. Like, we're not long after one in Europa, and you're sitting in the room, and there's like millionaires in the room. There's people that are doing way better than you, who don't even have the same amount of experience as you. So it's like
It's all about how you apply yourself.
It's like, I can do this. You know what I mean? It's really good.
Do you like being surrounded by like-minded people?
Yeah, I do. It scares the fuck out of me, but I do. Like, do you know, like, even I like being surrounded by people that are I'm not even going to say like better than me, but I like being surrounded by really successful people because
it brings out the best in you, I think.
Yeah, even though it makes me tremble sometimes, because I'm like sometimes I make me feel like I've so far to go. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I haven't done enough.
Do you think the journey will ever end, or you'll always feel like you're always chasing that there?
Yeah, it's never going to end. Like, life's never supposed to feel smooth.
Yeah.
I don't think so. Like, I don't think you're ever going to be like, I can relax now. Yeah. Like, and I always thought that's what was coming until I realised, like, no, it's like life's going to be like this forever. And then that gives me a wee bit more peace now that I know the way it's supposed to be. Do you know what I mean?
Did you ever see your man Chris Williamson? He's Modern Wisdom.
Yeah.
So he put up a video there just reading a quote where it's just like, I finally became happy with life when I realised that life's not about having the perfect life or being happy.
Yeah.
It's just like taking it as it comes and just, I love that they're saying life's not about like waiting for the storm to pass. It's dancing in the rain.
Right.
And 100%. Like, it's like, 'cause I've seen a lot of stuff with that their mentorship. I know it is very expensive. Is it worth the money?
Of course it is. Yeah. Like, the bigger the investment, probably the better. The more harder you're going to work.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Because you've invested.
People
in
go,
yourself,
I wouldn't do. I'm not paying that. It's a lot of money. Like, if you like, I've made money with doing that mentorship that I never thought was possible. Do you know what I mean? And it's not all about that. Like, but it fucking helps. Like, I have so much freedom as well. Like, I don't even need to be in the gym anymore. I don't need to be doing in person, but like, I love it still. Like, I love, like, the girls are with me. Some of them are with me 10, 11 years. So
like, it's
just, I wouldn't let them down that way. And I don't think that they're the type of people that will go online. But I mean, it's life changer for me. I get to get up and I can go to walk a dog. I can spend my days with Max. Like, I don't have to be stuck in work all day long. It's I have a lot of freedom, which is amazing. Like,
have you seen more growth in you as a person or more growth in your business from being on the mentorship program?
Both. Probably me as a person. My business isn't still where I want it to be. Like, nowhere near. But I'm doing so much internal work.
Unreal.
And I think it's because of because of the mentorship, and I'm on a journey myself. I'm going to therapists. I think the inner work is important for anything. Before you can be successful in anything, you needed to get that shit out, whatever's inside,
Yeah.
whatever's holding you back. Do you know what I mean?
I love that there. No, that's class as well, because I've seen like something just saying that you can train and you can look well on the outside, but unless you focus and work on the inside internally,
Yeah.
you'll never be happy with your outside, or you'll never really be able to help anybody
you
unless
can't,
you can help
Don't get
yourself.
me wrong. Sometimes I still be crumbling. Like sometimes there's still shit going on, but I don't give up working on it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
See, when you started off then as coaching PTing, where was your first gym?
So do you remember Olympus Gym was in Dunkirk Gardens? It was like a wee house.
Yeah.
I
Old school
love that.
bodybuilding.
Yeah, old school bodybuilding. Actually, do you know what? Maybe was it before that? No, I didn't work in fitness first. Actually, I used to go
The
there.
one up in Newton
Yep, up
Yeah,
there.
I used to go there like when I was like 14.
Yeah, that's kind of where my kind of fitness, like weightlifting, like started taking off. Like I loved it.
See, when you first started off, were you in the weightlifting, or was it just like the cardio side?
No, it was straight into weights, but I was always kind of into sports. I always played sports right through school and all, and was doing the GCSE PE, sports studies. Like you were like taught how to train and stuff like that in the wee tiny gym in the school. But no, I was lifting weights probably when I was 16, 17.
Yeah,
loved it.
Probably like buttering and Marty Riley as well.
100%. He knows I butter.
Like, see, anytime I think of Marty Riley, I just think to myself, he is insane. See, when my ma goes out with Jared's sister, Caine, and they go to the Shamrock or something, and I'll always get a selfie of Marty Riley. Marty, I'm just like, God bless you. He is fucking mental.
He's amazing. Like,
see when
you're around him, the energy's just immaculate.
It is like he's just all the stuff he did during lockdown as well, like all the videos and stuff he done. And he's class. Like he was making my lockdown. Like see when you're doing your videos, see like the ones in the waterworks and all, do you feel awkward doing them?
I'm over that part. Like,
are you?
Completely over it. There's people I see that they do walking about the town. And all, do you know what I mean?
It takes a level of confidence.
It's like anything, but you get so comfortable with it. It's so easy after a while.
Like see, next week or the week after, we're going into town, so we're going to do the first thing, like going into town, we're making interviewing people.
Brilliant.
And stuff
I'd
like
love
that
to do something like that.
And just sitting there, just going to myself, fuck, it's gonna be so awkward at the very start. Like,
think about how the people feel whenever you're.
I know, like some randomer just walking up to you, like with a camera.
Putting them on the spot, but sometimes they're the best answers. Though. Yeah. You know what I mean? Whenever people don't have time to think about it, or
I see you do videos with Naomi.
Yes,
is she a good actress?
She is very like me. Like I only met Naomi this year, and she's amazing. Like
she's like you.
She's so good. Like she'll just be up for anything. You know, like you
is
say.
she one of your clients?
No, she's not one of my clients. No, she's one of my friends. Just
is she?
Yeah.
Class, lethal. And what do you think of JD Gym?
I do like it. It's a bit commercialised, like, but
it is.
I like it.
Fucking packed.
Yeah,
all the
it depends
time.
what time you go at, like, but I'm still just Atlas Gym's my one and only, like.
Yeah. Do you think you would like? See, I know you said like earlier on, but would you ever go to like a commercial gym? Like, say there was like a big JD gym.
No, they've asked, hey JD, torture me to work for them.
Do they?
Well, they only asked me to come in and do classes, like, but I'm doing my own thing now.
Yeah.
I'm earning more money doing what I'm doing. So,
do you think there's, because you see a lot of people saying that online coaching is the way forward in terms of
Yeah.
personal training and coaching.
Yeah.
Would
Because
you
you can
agree?
expand it there, yeah. Like you can't really there's only so much people you can fit in the gym floor or whatever.
Yeah.
But I mean, you can just keep going with the online and like if you're limited to who you can coach in Belfast, whereas you can coach like worldwide, like I can coach people who are living in Australia.
Do you have any clients overseas,
Yeah.
abroad? Yeah.
Yeah.
Where's
I
the
have
furthest afield?
Australia.
Australia? Lethal?
Yeah.
And
So
did you
this is
ever
the thing, you
think to
can reach the
yourself,
world. Huh?
did you ever think to yourself that you would be able to have that reach or be able
I
to?
thought it was impossible. Like when people used to say about online coaching, I just never understood it. I was like, how could you do that? Like,
Yeah.
but I just didn't have a clue about the systems. Now I know I have all the systems in place, with my app and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it's makes
Where,
it easy.
like, where did you educate yourself?
So I met, do you know Mckee?
Yes.
I met him. Yeah, it's one of my good friends. He was actually one of the ones that got me onto this mentorship. Well, he told me about it. So he's on it. So he told me about his app that he does. He online coaches with, and then I just developed it myself. But a lot of people like to do so. It's through Kahunas. It's through a coaching app,
Yeah.
and then you just rebrand it and stuff with your own stuff. But I never knew that you could pay somebody to do this. And I can remember at the time when I was doing this, I was like dealing with Apple software and all. I was like, what? How did I even get through that? Like people just pay people to do that for
Yeah.
them. But I done it anyway myself.
You done it yourself?
So it just shows you like that stuff like that is what I hate doing. Like it's my worst thing ever. Like all the technology stuff. But
Yeah.
it just shows you when you feel like when you have to do something, you can get through it. Like you know what I mean?
Is there any bad sides to online coaching? Or what's the
because
realities of it?
Yeah. Because like I'm such a people person. I am such a people person. Like I love going and meeting, putting a face to it. Do you know what I mean? Now we will do like we events and stuff like that where if like a Christmas do or we'll do walks and stuff at the weekend and the people that are close will be able to come and meet and stuff. But I think a lot of the time like you don't really know what a person is feeling like when you're coaching them online. Like whereas if they're in person, I can just see your energy. I know if you're off. But maybe if you're just online, you're afraid to reach out and stuff like that. But accountability is amazing for online because like the only way of contact is really like you're checking in with me every week. You're checking in that app every week. So I think the results and stuff are better because people that come and see you in person sometimes they'll not be checking in the app because they know they're just coming in to train anyway.
What do you think is like the biggest benefit of online coaching?
The biggest benefit is probably that you become it's flexible, so you can do it whenever you want, and you become very independent. Not having somebody, you don't have to. Somebody's not shouting at you in the gym. Like you have to go to yourself. Right, I have to get up and do this here. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like it does give you that wee bit of independence. You know what I mean?
So for one of the questions which I've got written down here is what's the biggest barrier or barriers like women face when they're starting their fitness journey, and how do you help them overcome these obstacles?
So
that could be physically or mentally.
Yeah. I think a barrier a lot like women, for one, women that are parents, right? Motherhood. It could be like it could stop them from going to the gym because maybe they don't want to be selfish, right? Yeah. But they need to be selfish if they want to be a better parent. Like you need to put yourself first. I think another barrier is lack of belief as well. Like they don't believe that they can do it. They see photos of these girls and they're like, I can never do that. Do you know what I mean? If you believe that you can do it, you're halfway there.
How would you instill self-belief into someone or give them confidence or just start to slowly build them up to a place of self-belief?
Like drill it into their head. Like you can. Like say somebody says in the gym, I can't do this. I'm just straight on like, what the fuck did you say? Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's not an option for me. Like you have to believe you're everything. You have to believe you can do it. Once it's that simple. Like once you actually believe that, you are halfway there.
A woman or a man is only as good as their thoughts and like and what they're saying, like see to themselves. Yeah. So you've been in the game for a long time now, 13 years. Yeah. You've seen, let's say, many transformations, many bad transformations, good transformations, whatever it is. Being a PT, what is more satisfying, helping someone find themselves internally or seeing them achieve their goals for their body shape or externally?
Backcountry male, it's all about the internal for me. Like I even hate posting before and after pictures, right? Because there's so much that goes on behind that. You know what I mean? Yeah. There's so like, as I say, I've girls with me for the likes of 10 years, right? And how I've seen them grow from what they were, crippling anxiety, like a shell of themselves,
Yeah.
right? To now, the girls who are like running my ship for me, like they're like sometimes that I don't really, not that I don't need to coach, but I mean, say we have a group chat and there's somebody asking a question in it, like the girls that have been there for a long time, they're becoming me. It's
Unreal.
amazing, like it's
Unreal.
so like, and they're quite spiritual and all too, and
Yeah.
their belief systems are like, of course I fucking can, like, and they kind of like compete with each other, like
Yeah.
who's better, blah blah blah, which is, do you know what I mean? It's amazing to see, like.
Do you think you need that bit of competitiveness in life
Yeah.
itself?
Yes, definitely. Oh yeah, you
Yeah.
need kept on your toes, like, or you're bored. You need kept on your toes.
What do you think about, bit off topic here, but do you ever see now in, like, there's no winners or losers or anything like that there? It's like everybody's a winner.
Yeah.
What do you think about that there? Do you think, because like I believe that there should be, like, because that's how you learn, you grow, because
The more pain that you feel, like the more pain you feel, the more you lose. The higher you're going to go.
Yeah.
I think all the most successful people in the world, like any big entrepreneur and all, I'm like, fuck, you've been through so much pain. Like, you have to.
Yeah.
You have to lose loads. You know what I mean?
without like everyone that has a strong character has been through something. Like, that's how you forge your character.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I think you don't get anybody who's successful, or like the likes of David Goggins and stuff like that there, that have had an easy life and been spoon fed. And
Yep.
it takes real strong will and a strong character to be a strong person. And
Yeah, definitely. That's why I like, see if somebody's like went through a lot of pain, not that I don't wish pain on them, but I'm like, good.
Yeah.
Like, what's coming after this? Like, feel it, sit with it and feel it. Like, you're just going to rise after. Like, so I know when I dip down, like, and I'm going through something, I'm like, it's fine, just roll with it. I'm gonna feel amazing
Yeah.
very soon.
see, earlier on you said that you went to Australia.
Yeah.
Did you go to Australia to live for a while?
I went over for, I just kind of went to escape here, thinking that your problems are going to disappear when you go to Australia.
Yeah.
But they don't. They stay with you. But yeah, I went there for 2 years, done the travelling, absolutely loved it. Still think about it near enough every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the best thing about Australia?
Just like life looks different. Sunshine, like good money, really
Yeah.
good. Like just everything's different.
What were you doing out there? Traffic, was it? Control?
So I done loads. I done like after school like sport activities. I done bartender, traffic control. I got my truck license, 18-ton lorry license.
No way.
I just even my no everyone done farm
That's
work. Everyone done farm work. I drove an 18-ton lorry.
That's fucking class.
Done road works, was tarmacking the roads. Mental, like,
Oh,
even I think
gee.
I'm like, what it like possesses me. But I was, you know, people were going farming and they were getting paid pennies,
Yeah.
and I was just getting paid like a solid wage working
For
with the
driving a
fellas.
truck.
Like, it was like an Irish company. It was just me and all the fellas.
That's class.
Or doing tarmac on the roads, fucking concrete in the roads and all. And
It's some crack, I'd say.
yeah, it was brilliant. Like, I loved it. And then I worked on the Sydney light rail as well. I worked there as a labourer, like doing fences and all. Like,
That's class.
so I didn't personal train at all when I
Have
went
you always
there.
been hands on, do you think?
Yes, that's why I needed to, like, see out there standing traffic control, holding the bat like what every other girl does in Australia. I was like, I'm bored, fuck here. Give me some tools.
Think that there was because you, like when you were younger, you were always out and about, always messing
Yeah.
about and stuff like that.
Yeah,
There.
I think it might be a thing where I need constant like stimulation or something. You know, like I need to be, I don't know, just into something. And that's where as well the online I struggle sitting at a desk. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I struggle with that. Whereas in person, I'm like they're bubbly. Do you know what I mean?
But it's like, well, as you say, it's hard to communicate over text. It's hard to communicate.
Yeah, it's hard to show your persona too. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Especially like energy as well. It's hard to get energy over the likes of a webcam
Yeah.
or like a video
And I
call and
think
stuff.
it's my energy is what's great about me, especially with the girls in the gym. Like they'll go in and we'll all match and we'll
Yeah.
be vibrant. Whereas maybe the online ones, they don't get that like as much.
Yeah.
I don't get me wrong, you can still show that through like if you're doing a Zoom call or something like that. But I think in person it's better. Like
How do you deal with people with a negative energy that's coming into your circle, or say you've took on a new client on one-to-one like basis and negative energy and they're just not very confident and
do you know what like? I will kind of ask if I think that there's something going on with them. Right, I'll kind of suss it out.
Yeah.
Like I'll ask what's going on. And I think anybody that comes on with me knows that they can speak to me like deeply. Most
Yeah.
people always do. Like, and I don't just get their problems; they'll get mine. So it's like I don't make them feel like that they're any less of me or anything. But you soon learn when you're in the group with me, like that this is only positive energy. See if there's anything even negative put in the group chat or anything like that, I don't respond to it. I don't respond to it complain and stuff like that. I just don't take it in for me personally because it just drains me. But most of the time, like I think that you attract who you are anyway. So right now, the people that I'm attracting, the girls that I'm attracting, are on my level.
Unreal.
So it's amazing.
Unreal.
You know what I mean?
Could you explain to me just your journey with mental health? And you're very vocal about it as well, and about talking about your mental health, and if you're struggling to get out and talk about it. So can you just explain to me your journey?
I think my mental health has been a bit of a roller coaster, but I think my problem is that I feel things so intensely. I've always felt and and think about things really deeper maybe than the average person. I don't know whether like a lot of people think like me or they don't. I don't know, but I can remember when I was 28 years old, and I can remember sitting in a party with my friends, and I'm saying, I've never felt the emotion anger. I've never felt angry in my life. That was true, right? So you could imagine what I was suppressing up until that age, 28 years old, saying they've never felt angry. That's insane, right? So when I think this is what's made me help me see like why I did. Like, so the crack started to show whenever I was 17, and that's whenever I developed the eating disorder. So I was bulimic from I was 17 until I was 28. So that was 11 years of my life, right? So when I think back of whereas I wasn't showing my emotion, it had to come out somewhere, right? So me starting that eating disorder was the fucking emotions were down to get out. So my go-to was to go and eat food and to be sick. And that was like my release. That was the only part of my life that I had control over. Do you know what I mean?
And did a lot of people know about this, like in your friend group or your parents, anything like that?
No. I did tell people, like I would never have fucking told any friends or anything like that because I was so ashamed of it. But I remember it got so bad where I was like, I told my mummy and daddy about it, like, but see at the same time, like they don't know how to help you. Yeah. I took myself to the doctors. They didn't help me. Like they don't know what to do. They've never experienced it. Yeah. So I just woke up every morning and I was like, this is going to be the way it is for the rest of my life. Like I never thought that I would ever get over it. I was just gonna be sick every day. Yeah. And see at the start, I kind of think at the start it was maybe down to wanting to be thinner or skinnier or didn't like how I looked. But the more I've learned about it, it's not even about that. It's about control and like having control over something in your life. It's like your coping mechanism. Same way people have coping mechanism with drinking drugs, and here we've all fucking been there as well. But I think that was my way to cope because I didn't know how to show my emotions. So yeah, thank fuck that. It's something you'll never ever actually get over. It's something that's always kind of in the back of your head. But whenever I had my son Max, I had him at 20. I fell pregnant at 28, and I think that's he's what saved me from it. So I could never get the help that I needed from it. So whenever they seen that I was pregnant, it flashed up that I was bulimic, and then this is actually mental. It's really sad though. That then they were concerned because I was putting someone else's life at risk. Yeah. And then they were talking to me about social services and stuff like that. What, like, you're going, fuck me. Like, ask me, am I all right? But they only want to help you, obviously, when there's someone else involved. So I believe that he saved me from that, like.
How did that make you feel when they said that?
Jesus, awful, like. Awful. But this is why this is the main reason why I'm doing what I do now. Like, I wanted to speak about the bulimia. I wanted to speak about eating disorders because anytime I did go to a clinic, I don't think they'd have a clue how to deal with you. Yeah. There's even a lot of girls. I attract a lot of girls with eating disorders, right? And I do work with them. People could say you're not qualified to. Like, I've experienced this my whole life. That is all people need. Someone to relate to. And there's times where you get in the room, they're taking your weight and stuff, and it triggers the fuck out of you. It doesn't make you go out of the room. You come out of the room, and you're feeling worse. And I'm not the only person that went through that. There were so many other people there that went through it. So I was like, I'm going to make a place where people can sit and talk to me and they can relate to me of what they're going through. And I've done that.
Is there any specialists for that type of eating disorder?
For bulimia? I don't know, actually. Me?
You?
No, there is probably a lot of people online and all, but I've never actually seen anybody speaking about like something like a specific, but I think their bulimia is fucking fierce. I think that probably 90% of people make themselves sick or have done at one point. I don't know, I just do believe that because there's people that have came out to me and told me who you would never ever think that they have done it. And even whenever I did start speaking about it, many people that came to me and says that they were going through it and it's really helped them and stuff. But
for you, what made you start to speak about it? Like what drove that?
because of how I never got the help that I deserved. I never had cry for help, and I couldn't get it. There was nothing. There was nothing. Like there was one thing that I watched on TV which gave me a wee bit of comfort. What do you call your man? I always forget his name. He's a tennis player. Teddy, is it? Or
Andy Murray, is it?
no, different. Oh,
I think that's the only tennis player I know.
fuck, I forget his name. But he was a grown man in the sport, and he developed bulimia, and he had it for like right through his whole career. And I remember watching that and finding comfort in it because like he's in the public eye and
he's talking about it.
He's talking about it, and I was like, and that was like the first wee thing. I was like, I felt a wee bit of comfort from because I was related to. So I was just like, people need to relate to me. People who are going through this need to have somebody to relate to. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you're going to a therapist who has not been through what you're going through, they can't help you. So it's so important for people if they've been through something in their life and they've come out the other side of it. I always say you're a fraud if you don't talk about it because like you have something there that can save somebody's life.
Yeah.
That can help somebody. It's up to us. It's up to us to do that. Like, do you know what I mean? And at times I didn't want to speak. I didn't want to talk about eating disorder and stuff like that because I felt like I wasn't educated.
Yeah.
I hadn't done a qualification because that was me thinking about what other people could have thought about me. But like, nah, I'm more than fucking
more than capable.
Yeah.
And
do you know what I mean? Experience beats all.
yeah, definitely. Do you think it was because when you're going back there and you're going to the doctors and you're going to clinics and stuff, do you think it was or the fault of the health service, or do you think they just didn't care? Do you think they were equipped to actually deal with this issue, or do you think they were equipped and they just didn't care? Because
I think it's
two different things.
With on the NHS, it's free healthcare. Like it's, do you know what I mean? Like you're not going to get what you want. Like you're not going to get that help because it's free. I don't know. Like I do think that I want to start getting private health. I don't have it yet, but I mean private healthcare. Get seen if you're sick. Get seen. Why do people die? Like a lot of times because they're not getting seen quick enough. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you hear like people with cancer and stuff like that there, and they're not finding
They're on
it.
the wait. They're on the waiting list for fucking maybe 4 or 5 years. Like even my son's on the waiting list here now for. Well, we did pay private to get checked, but he needs wee vents in his ears. But like, it's like 2.5 years he's been on to get that surgery, and we're just going to have to go and do it private now because he can't hear in school.
Yeah.
So it's like there's free healthcare for a reason. Like,
and you're paying your taxes, you're paying your national insurance,
do you know what I mean?
and all
Like
that there.
Yeah.
I seen you got him a dog or Christmas. How you found that?
I got me a dog.
You got you a dog.
Honestly, it's
he doesn't know that though.
Do you know what? Like, well, I got it for him, but I just kind of knew that we needed that wee piece.
Yeah.
And see the discipline that I'm already disciplined, but having a dog has given me so much discipline. So if you lack discipline, get a dog. Like getting up, see the first thing I do. Like I never set an alarm anyway. I don't need an alarm in the mornings.
Yeah.
Like my body just wakes up, but I'll hear his wee, and he'll just tap the cage. That's downstairs, and I'm up
And
down.
you're up.
Yeah, that's me. Like down to see him. First thing that we and Max do in the morning is we get up and we walk that dog. After I've meditated, after I've done the journaling, we're out in the fucking freezing cold, the sun rays, walking the dog,
Unreal.
and it's amazing. Do you know what I mean?
See, just going back in terms of mental health, exercise is a big thing to try to overcome or give you something to work towards in terms of your mental health. What benefit was going to the gym for you when you were going through all this? Was there a benefit or?
Oh yeah, like if 100%. Like if you're feeling anxious or you're sad or you're depressed, like you go in that gym, you go for a run, and you come out, you know yourself, you come out a different person, don't you? But
your endorphins are just.
I just wish that I knew that these are they're coping mechanisms that you can use. Like, see, every time that I wanted to be sick, put it this way, right? I could have had, right, I noticed this emotion. I didn't know then what it was.
Yeah.
It was an emotion that came over me. And the first thing I wanted to do, grab food, eat it, be sick, right? It's called self-harming, like, it's self-harming.
Yeah.
I used to do it, and I used to get such a relief, like, now I can breathe, now I can get on with my day. It's mental.
Yeah.
But, yeah, now that I know, like, if I got that emotion, that feeling, I go, right, breathe, take yourself out for a walk, take yourself to the gym. Not that I do train anyway, but I mean, just by doing those wee acts in that time, knowing putting those tools in place and knowing what to do, just makes it, it's do you know what I mean? It's amazing. Exercise should be compulsory.
See, for anybody watching this, like any man or woman that is watching this that are going through mental health struggles right now, what advice would you give them? when it comes to their fitness and why they should go out and train?
Just why they should go, like, say especially for a woman as well, like women's hormones are absolutely mental as it is, right? They're up and down, but if you train, if you exercise, it's going to help regulate how you feel. It's going to help calm you down a wee bit. And if you're struggling, like just keep fucking going, keep showing up. It gets easier. If you're really depressed and you find that like it's so hard for you to get to that gym, you're like trailing yourself up. Just keep doing it. Like as hard as it is, I know people say you can't do it, but if you have to dread your first 2 weeks, dread it. It will come easier. Everything is about routine. Everything's about routine. You know that yourself. Like if you have a week off, like you were saying, you went to New York. How do you feel after that? You're back in the slumps, aren't you?
Yeah.
But after 2 weeks, you're back in the routine again.
See, being in the game this long, from the very start to now, what pressures has social media added on for women?
Like, yeah, see, sometimes some of the stuff that I put out, right, I don't even like it for young women to see because it's not all about glutes and physical attributes. Do you know what I mean? Also, you need to take social media with a pinch of salt. Like, say if somebody's done a photo shoot, there's 400 photos took. You see the one perfect one with the perfect lighting, the perfect angle. Like, it's not all it's shown out to be, and it's highlight reels as well. People are showing their best days, but I do try my best to keep it as real as possible.
You do that, though.
I do try,
that's why I
but
like
that's
about your
because
stuff.
I don't want to convince people or women that I have this fucking beautiful life every day. 'Cause that's just false. Do you know what I mean? And that's where people get depressed from social media because they compare themselves to a life that doesn't even exist. Like you see, if you look up to somebody, your biggest idol, like who girls look up to on social media, they're struggling just as much.
Yeah.
They doubt themselves just as much.
So, Emma, besides PTing and physical training and exercise, what other self-care or wellness practices do you recommend?
Well, like I've said before, meditating, journaling, writing down your thoughts in the morning has been a massive, massive factor to change my life, big time. And hot yoga.
Yoga?
Hot yoga. Like I used to hate yoga, but now like it's the only reason I used to hate yoga is because I couldn't get my mind to be still. But now I can, and I hear it does something serious for me. Like,
is there a difference between yoga and hot yoga?
Well, just a hot room, like. But
it's just a hot room.
Yeah, but I don't know why. I just love it. It's so hard.
Where do you do it?
In the Lisburn Road.
Because my missus is wanting to start it as well.
Here, tell her she can come with me one time. Our hot yoga in Lisburn Road.
Hot yoga.
But see, it's so hard. You want to run and leave that room. As soon as you're in, you want to leave that room. So if you're challenging yourself for that hour in that room, and it's hectic,
is it like a sauna?
Yes. Well, it's so hot. Like you fight with yourself.
Yeah.
The whole time. But see, when you complete that, you're like, I am the woman. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Are you able to keep yourself? Say you're in an uncomfortable, like, because the likes of saunas, and I'd say that there is uncomfortable at first. Do you think, are you good at fighting through stuff like that? Or fighting through being uncomfortable?
Yeah, I love it.
You love it?
I love it. There's something about it being uncomfortable that I love, because I know it challenges me and it makes me grow. Like if I can become really good at hard stuff, like see hot yoga, it was at the start, mess. I used to fight with the heat just so hard. See that I know it, because I know it was so hard for me. I'm like, I'm gonna do this until it's easy, and I can sit in the room. Not that it's easy, like it's still hard, but I mean it's easier. I like to make.
You can bear it more.
Yeah, I like to make hard things feel easy.
Are you good at ice baths?
Yeah, well, I done C-Dip last week, like, and it's fucking minus.
Hands Bay, was it?
Yeah, me and the clans went down and get into the water, like.
It's heavy.
I love stuff like that. Anything like shocks the system, I love it.
I done my first one there in work because we have a sauna and ice bath in work.
Yeah.
And I done the sauna and then straight into the ice bath, and I'm not joking, it was my first ice bath in about a year, and oh my god, it was terrible.
Yeah, but how did you feel after them?
Unreal,
It's amazing,
unreal,
isn't it?
felt unreal. But see, like once I actually started to control my breathing, because I was like,
all in the breath.
It is.
All, like everything in life is all in the breath, isn't it?
see, for this here question, I didn't say this here one two before, like, but it's 3 qualities about yourself that you think is kind of like not elite, but is very strong. You like 3 strong qualities you possess yourself. So that could be the like your work ethic and stuff like that there, because your work ethic is quite good as well.
I would say my mentality for a woman.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? Like, do women rely on men. To look
You
after-
don't?
I don't.
You don't?
Like, if you can do it on your own, anything else is a bonus. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What else is a great quality for me? I think I'm a great listener. Like, I don't try and, if somebody's coming to me with a problem, I'm sitting with their problem with them.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I think listening is is a great quality to have, because not many people listen to respond, not to actually take in what you're saying,
Yeah.
how you're feeling.
I think you'd be like good at this then, I'd say.
Yeah.
You could have your own podcast.
Here, you've planted the seed now.
I've planted the seed.
Another amazing quality for me.
It's a tough one to talk about yourself at times, I think.
Do you know what? I know, like, there's things that I would write down about myself and all in the morning. Like, I could say, like, my stamina, my fitness, I'm a fucking athlete. Like,
Yeah.
I do believe that in
Machine.
myself. And the gym, like, I know, like, what I can lift, what way I can swim. Like, when I'm running, like, I know that I'm made of something else. Like,
Yeah.
that's good.
So your fitness?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think we've kind of covered this as well, but it's down for a question anyway. But so I'll ask it just. So how do you stay motivated and enthusiastic and keeping yourself in a good mental state to allow yourself to be there, for others?
Well, I think whenever you have so many women relying on you, right, you have no choice than to get up and be available, be emotionally available, because they're looking up to you. Like, there's women that
Yeah.
are looking up to me, and they give me that purpose. So I have to, like, I have a purpose in life, so therefore I wake up and I know what I'm doing this day. Do you know what I mean? If I didn't have a goal, or if I didn't have a purpose in life, I would be waking up not feeling enthusiastic.
Yeah.
But it's there, so I can wake up and I can feel good about it. But as well, it's not always. I don't always feel enthusiastic.
Yeah.
And I don't always feel motivated. I'm highly disciplined, so there's days where, even if I don't want to get the shit done, if I'm not motivated, if not enthusiastic, I just do it anyway.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I love that there, that like, so you can be motivated, but discipline is actually what takes you across the line.
100%.
Like,
You're not going, like, some days you wake up and you're like, oh fuck.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
What do you, so your discipline is the thing that carries you through them days, that, because you don't wake up at like 6 or 7 and want to go that fucking 5K or 10K, like it's freezing outside and you're just like, right, I have to get it done.
Yeah, and I've known, like, I used to slack on discipline, like, before, like, and if I didn't feel like it, then I'll not do it.
Yeah.
You don't get anywhere from that. And I've noticed how much my discipline has improved now, because there's things that I really don't want to do. Like, see, swimming for me, swimming's one of the hardest things I've ever done. Like, I want to do a triathlon this year, right? And this has just put me in a different level completely. Like, swimming, and I'll do I've done a run that morning, and I've trained, right, and then I have to go swim. And I
3
know,
training sessions in a
like,
day.
sometimes it's 3, but then I'll know to take a good, like, rest. It's just the way things fall.
Yeah.
But like, and there's times when I'm struggling in the water just to get my next, like, just to get your next breath,
Yeah.
and you complete it, and you're like, you actually don't even know what the human body is capable of until you just push through it. You know what I mean?
See, when it comes to rest days, what's your opinion on them?
They matter just as much. I do think, I don't mean like your rest days as in sitting in your hole and doing nothing.
Yeah.
Because to keep in a good routine, to keep your energy high, still do something. Go out for a
Active
walk.
rest.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
don't like just lie and sit in the sofa all day eating shit, because it knocks off your energy. It knocks off the frequency that you're on.
Yeah.
But whenever you're resting, yeah, do rest. But it's just as important. A load of people I know that they'll they're overtrain, and it doesn't make them look any better. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You rest to grow,
100%.
sleep to grow. If you're looking to build muscle, you need to rest your body, like.
So we're coming to the very end of the episode. Just before we stop, is there any spaces opened up for yourself, and like for anybody that's watching? Are you able to take on clients now at the minute, or are you fully booked?
Well, except for the online, there's plenty of space. There's a wee link in my bio on my Instagram, Mckee PT. So if you want to click on that link and fill in the wee form, or just send me a DM if you like what I'm about, and I'd love helping you. I will change your life.
You will.
I
That's a
will.
guarantee.
That's a guarantee.
Well, Emma, thank you very much for coming on. I really appreciate it. Cheers. Thank you.
Thank you. That was amazing. Thank you.
I was.